everyone. Welcome back. I know we're back pretty quickly, which is great. And I know I mentioned in the last video that I would do a quick video about some grails that I got over the last year or so starting this channel. First of all, I want to say thank you again. We broke over 300 subscribers, which is crazy and huge to me. It means the world to me. Just a little background. I've been dying to do YouTube stuff for years. Back in like the early 2000, actually late 2000s, I did start a YouTube channel, and it was under my own name, but it was basically I remember like I went out and like bought an iMac and all to do this channel, and it was basically just me and one of my closest friends talking to each other back and forth, and it didn't really go anywhere. But we did have one video. It was like True Life, the MTV show back in. It was like True Life. I work retail, where it was just he and I going back and forth talking to each other, and it did get a lot of views. But then my dumb self, I quit and took it down because I got a job at a bank, and I thought that, oh, this would look terrible if I was trying to apply for a job, and it took it down. I forgot about it, and then later on, I did another channel where I wanted to make a horror. I wanted to make something scary. So my friends and I, we wrote a script together. We did a skit together. We put some of it up. I think I did one or two episodes online, but it was really cringy. We went to Party City. We bought a bunch of like costumes and like we bought a special effect thing, and it was really neat. It was a fun idea, but then it was just, we watched the end product together. We're like, yeah, no, no. So we did have some fun at the time, and that's what matter. We had a really good time. So you know, this channel has been really great for giving me something to do. Also, there's a Card Lounge Rabbits back there. You can see them in the little hidey hole. So it's given me a lot to do. It's helped me explore one of my bigger hobbies. Like my biggest passion, I guess, is like trading cards and stuff like this. It's something I kind of put in the back burner, and my wife was kind of pushing me to get it started and just to do it, get it done. And you know what? I love it. I've had such a great time over this last year or two. And, for those of you who've been with me from the beginning, just want to say thank you very much. I truly and really appreciate it. Um, and in this time, I got some stuff that I never thought I would get a hold of or ever see. And I got to break cards. And most importantly, doing this channel has been really good for my mental health. It's been a lot of fun to distract myself with this kind of stuff, and be able to just talk into a microphone and made me feel even better that I know I have some people out there who subscribe and watch the channel. So that means a lot to me. So thank you very much. Anyway, without further ado, let's get to the some grails here. We're gonna take a look at them. Maybe go top down. I'm gonna see how it looks with this here, but in no particular order. I'm gonna show some stuff here. Some of it has some good value to it. Some of them might not, and I'll explain to you as we're going through them. So without further ado, here's one here that just came right off my desk immediately. It's a white shorts. Oh yeah, we're gonna go top down. The camera's not very good with this one. So first, before we do that, it's the white shorts Winnie the Pooh from Disney 100. I love Winnie the Pooh, and my daughter even made this for me, a little Winnie the Pooh squishy. So I keep that here on my desk all the time. So you know what? Let's go top down real quick and go over some of these cool grails. All right, let's go. All right, guys, we're back. So let's get started. So this is a White Schwartz Winnie the Pooh. While it may not have the most monetary value, this means a lot to me. I love Winnie the Pooh. This was a beautiful card to me. When they had the Disney 100 release, I grabbed a few boxes. So this was one of my favorite hits. I had to get it graded to preserve it. It's such a cute, adorable card. And look, there's Pooh Bear with his balloon. Awesome. All right. So, oh man. So this one here too. As you may or may not know, we are huge fans of Bidoof. So we managed to get a few of these from Pokemon Center. My wife made ordered some, and she got hers. And for some reason, they sent me two of these redemptions. Like unlike the other ones where they just threw the card in the box, these were redemptions. So I was able, like, they threw two in mine for some reason. There was, it must have been a mistake, but one of them came back a PSA 10. I think the other one came back a PSA 9. And my wife kept hers. She kept hers sealed because it wasn't centered properly. But this was such a cool find and a great grail. And look how freaking cute this doof is with his little car seat. And there he's like waving. He's kind of waving hello too. You can kind of make it out. I love this card. Absolutely adorable. Let's see. Let's see the big stuff for later. Here we go. This was from a convention. So we did some trades and some sales, some wheeling and dealing. Got a hold of a Shining Magic card in a PSA 7 from 2001. Blows my mind. This card is about 23, 24 years old. I still remember when it came out. This is around the time like I kind of stopped collecting this era, this time. So I regret not getting it, but it's such a cool card. I remember seeing this and I was like, oh, what a dumb card as a kid, but if I only knew, right? If only a lot of us knew. Let's see. All right, so these two have a little bit of a story behind them. I brought them up in a YouTube short. So there's a seller called Pokemon Butler. If you're not familiar with him, look him up online. I'll try to tag him in this video if he has a YouTube. If not, his Instagram is Pokemon Butler. So when his channel first started, I think it was last summer or a summer and a half ago. It was last summer, I believe. We he broke a case of these Hanafuda cards, Hanafuda, and I got him for a good price. And he's like, hey, you know what? I if you want, he was just starting out. Now he's huge, which is great for him. I'm so glad for him. He's like, hey, you know what? If you trust me enough, leave the cards with me for a bit. I'm gonna try to get them autographed and get them graded, yada yada. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, why not? He seems like a great guy, and you know what? I'm so glad I placed that trust in him. He was able to get these graded for me and autographed by none other than Charles Martinet himself, the voice of Mario, and he also put a little doodle on them too. As you may know, the voice of Mario, Charles Martinet, has since retired, so his appearances are getting fewer and fewer, further and further between. So these are huge grails to me. I don't know of anyone else who has them. Furthermore, they both came in a PSA 10, and the autographs came back a 10. Double tens on these two. These are some of my favorite cards in my collection here. Moving on next. So when I started this hobby as well, I started being more open and making more friends and talking to people. So I want to show these two over here. So these two cards mean a lot to me. So this one here is a Charizard from 1999. It's a base set Charizard. It's not first edition, but what's more valuable to me is that a good friend of mine goes with the handle Smurgaman online. He was nice enough to gift it to my wife and I, and that just shows how great this community is. We've done some nice gifting back and forth with one another, but it shows like how close and how wonderful the trading card community can be, and he's definitely a huge example of it as well, and it means the world. This is definitely something that's not leaving my collection at all. And this one over here, this was I want to say it was a giveaway, and it became something very treasured. I loved like Clefairy, Chansey, Bidoof. I kind of like the cutesy Pokemon. Um, it was this comes from his channel Homebrew Breaks, and I became good friends with both with the brothers that that run the account, so to speak. So we started talking, and this, I won a giveaway came from them. Started talking. They're great guys, really cool dudes. They run the Homebrew Breaks channel. I'm gonna tag them in this as well. So I want to say I'm going to be ultra corny and say it's a symbol of friendship here. And this is such a great card, and they are just great guys too. We talk very often since then. So this is something that also has a lot of meaning because it's just these cards come from a great place. They come from great friends. So this just shows like how great and close the community can be. So definitely treasured to me in my collection. I'm also not going to go through my wife's cards too much. She does a lot of wrestling, but there's a lot of fun stuff up here that I can kind of pull down. I wanted to go through more, but I can't find some of them, which I just kind of weird to me. But anyway, let's keep it going. So this one here is one of my first Final Fantasy breaks I did on this channel. I pulled this. It was Tidus from Final Fantasy X. This is like the alternate art, whatever. This is like one of the hits of the case. So I managed to pull it, and I got to share that moment with you guys. So means a lot to me because you guys got to catch that genuine reaction and got to see me like fawn over this card for a while. And it came back at 10. It was so close to being a black label, but it wasn't quite which is fine. I'm just glad I just got to pull something really cool here with you guys, and just look at that shine. Beautiful. I did manage to buy another box of Final Fantasy, which I will be ripping in the near future. I'm going to push it right back in the plastic and on to the next one. So the next one here, so these are pretty cool here. Once again, these are cards I never thought I would have in my collection. These are Japanese base set from 1996. Japanese base set Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander. These did not grade high. I knew they were not going to grade high, especially Bulbasaur. I think Bulbasaur definitely has some damage on him as well. Let's see if I can find it there. Yeah, there's some definitely some. You can actually see it with the blurriness of the camera. There you go. Some some whitening there. So this is really cool. To me, this shows like where the game where Pokemon as a card game first started, and it means a lot to me that these are in my collection. Like this is like the birth of it to me. I know there's like some promo stuff and this and that, which we'll get to, but this is like where it all started. These images are insanely nostalgic to me, especially for those of us who started back in the '90s collecting Pokemon cards when they first came out. Just seeing this should evoke a wonderful feeling of nostalgia, and these cards are the exact same thing to me. This is like it's almost like a magical thing looking at these cards because it's the start of a huge journey, start of a huge collecting journey, and it's just like where this is like where it all began. What I'm hunting for next out of this set is definitely the first edition holographic Machamp. I know he's out there, and I just want it because that to me was like the first holo. It's like everyone's first holo from the collection from Pokemon, and I want that card back. I really do. All right. Another grail here is going to be the 1998 Gym Challenge. This is going to be Erica's Venusaur in a 9.5 Beckett. So this was a sweet card. I forgot how I came across this. I want to say it was like a Whatnot After Dark kind of thing. We got it for a decent price. So, but still another card that's like kind of legendary to me, and I never thought this would be in my collection. So this just means this is just really cool. I look at these cards and I'm like in awe about how did I get these? Like how did I go from like just nothing to like having these crazy fun cards? And I'm it means a lot. Like I admire them and I like look at them and it brings me a lot of joy. All right. So speaking of joy, actually no, we'll go with this one next. I actually pulled my hands on this one. Here we go. Here's this Espeon. So I I cannot remember what set it's from. I'm in awe right now. But look at that hollow. Some nice, cool like portal designs. It looks like Espeon is touching a pool of water and it's like gracefully standing on the water or gliding on it. So it's a cool, really cool detail. This is a beautiful card and definitely one that I would be considering. I'll be considering grading. It's not damaged. It's like actually on the card saver. So this is it's a thing of beauty to me. This card, it's very beautiful. This is not like any remake. This is an original. So yeah, one that I'm glad is in the collection there. So this one's more recent, but also a very recent Grail to me. We managed to score a few of these too from the craziness that was the Van Gogh collaboration. So I think it was the same thing. I forgot if they were giving out vouchers or if they were putting cards in the boxes themselves. But I know some less than reputable folks uh, knew about this release, and a lot of people in the community were saying that, hey, look, my package got broken into, my redemption card or my card itself was missing, so that was a big concern of mine. Our package did have like it was like ripped open on the bottom, but I guess they missed it because they folded this card with like a hat that we had bought. So that was honestly really scary. So this is one of the times where we thought that we would be unlucky enough to have our card stolen, but thankfully, I guess whoever had bad intentions, that's the word for it, missed it. So we did get a hold of it. We got it mounted, as you can see. We're yeah, we do have a few of these too, and in the future, we'll be considering sending them off for a grading as well. So this is a fun one too. This brings back memories of all the craziness that was the Van Gogh experience too. Moving on. So I had mentioned promo material. So we have this guy here. We got through a trade, through like a big trade with wrestling cards. So first things first, I want to say there were two items to go with this. One of them I can't find at the moment. I think my wife put it away somewhere. It was a VHS tape with a sealed VHS tape showcasing and previewing the trading card game in Japan. And in that case, there were promotional cards in there as well. So I don't know what it is. And it's around here somewhere. I know that much, but we'll find it one day. And maybe I'll do a little video showing it. It has pogs in it and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. But this one here, this is one of my favorite cards. I know it's called birthday something card, or like it's Blank's birthday, but I always call this the Happy Birthday Pikachu. If you go back to my some other videos that I have this card, even like streams from years back where we rip cards, I do refer to this card as the Happy Birthday Pikachu. But this is the extreme original. This is the Japanese original, and it's still sealed in its promotional packaging. So this is a beautiful card to me. I think this is like uh, Kobayashi Himeno, but beautiful artwork there. It has a swirl in it as well. We are heavily debating on whether or not to actually pop this open and grade it because it's in pristine condition. And just look at it. This is from 1998, I believe. So I think it's the second anniversary of Pokemon. So 96, it would be 98. Up here, it says the second anniversary. I'm going to try to bring it closer. Maybe you can kind of see it. It says it in English. So Pikachu's birthday, happy birthday, Pikachu, original promo. And on the back, there are little like stickers or something here as well too. You can kind of make those out. So there's like Christmas time, Jigglypuff Pikachu, Jigglypuff the flower, another birthday Pikachu, Meowth, Machop, Clefairy, Chansey, Eevee with cakes, Pikachu, Squirtle going on a hike, Psyduck getting a 30 on a test. I don't know if that's good or not. Jinx having a little celebration and a festival, though Do running away from Squirtle, and the Pocket Monsters there. So this is honestly really cool. This is a freaking artifact to me. So this is something that's definitely means a lot in my collection, especially that it's one of my favorite cards that they made. All right. So now we're almost at the very end here. One thing I did omit is the booster box of One Piece. I did not bring that out because it's a booster box of One Piece. I don't know what else I'm going to say about it. It was a lucky purchase from the One Piece card shop in New Jersey. So we're going to go through this one. I know I've showed this card off a lot as well, but it's definitely a big grail to me. It is Tony Chopper from the One Piece box. It's the Memorial Collection. So I did break this on this channel live as in I recorded the box break and I had no idea what this was. And I ripped it open. I was like, hey guys, this is a good card. I don't know. Someone let me know this is good. So I told my wife about it and then she started yelling, don't touch that card, put it away. I'm like just walking around the house with it. Like I was like, oh, it's pretty cool. It's textured. So she showed me what it was, the word. Our child came over, our daughter, bigger daughter came over. So what is that? My wife like shoved her away. She's like, don't go near that. So we despite the adventures this car went through, we sent it off and it came back a PSA 10. What luck. This was from Skybox, our favorite card shop. So we did that, and then as time went on, we went to Collecticon in New Jersey, and I brought Tony Chopper along with me, and we got him signed by the voice actress, and she was an absolute sweetheart as well. She's a very sweet person. So this is definitely another one for the collection that we're going to hold on to. And now this gave me the One Piece itch as well. So now I'm going to be probably doing more One Piece, hoping to catch another manga there, which would be really cool. All right, so now Moonbryon and a PSA 10. We managed to get one and an AGS 10 on Whatnot when this first happened before the crazy controversy of the stolen cards. But this card, first off, being a Grail is one thing, but also the controversy behind the Moonbryon and the Rayquazas is another thing. For those who may not know, I believe that there was someone who worked at one of the factories or like the printing companies, and they pocketed hundreds and hundreds of these cards, and they single-handedly affected the pull rate of Moonbryons, Rayquazas, I think some Mews as well. So that was a huge deal. So the fact that we were able to get one or two of these to us is really big. We did not pull these. We had to actually go out and buy them, but it just owning one of these is kind of like a testament as well to like how crazy the hype can be about these cards still. And this is definitely one we're going to be holding on to. It's also a really cool card. This is the Japanese one as well. I do not think we have an English one. I didn't check too far. I want to say yes, but regardless, there is something very special about the Japanese cards. The quality is almost unmatched. Look at I'm trying to showcase the hollow here. It's beautifully textured there. There's different foiling designs there, and it's just outstanding. Nice. Okay, so now we're coming to the end here. So this one here as well, as you know, I'm a big Y Schwartz fan. I'm going to spare you the waifu cards, but this is one for our collection that we're holding on to. This one came from a series of trades as well from people we've made friends with in the card community. So it was a wrestling card, Y Schwartz card, a little bit of cash, and we came out to some booster boxes and a Steamboat Willie of our very own. So this is also one we're going to hold on to, and this was a big chase for us. So Steamboat Willie seemed to slip through our fingers a few times. So like I said, we do have a card shop that we frequent, Skybox again. So one of the workers reached out and was like, "Hey, we got more of these Disney 100 sets left." And I'm like, "We have like one or two boxes left. Are you guys in?" It's like, it's raining outside. It's a half an hour drive. Forget about it." And about a few hours later, someone bought the boxes and I think it was one box. They bought the box, ripped it in store, and guess what was in it? Yeah, exactly. So my wife and I were kicking ourselves, and then another time, same thing. We saw their Instagram page. They were showing like a Japanese Evolving Skies box. I mean, I should have brought it up with the last one, but they had a Japanese Evolving Skies or EV Heroes box, and guess what? Someone pulled out of that box, Japanese Moonbrion. So, yep. Sometimes they slip through your fingers, but we finally got a hold of one. This was our huge chase card when, when the Disney set came out. So our Origin Rare Steamboat Willie, and definitely nice little showpiece. Now I'm going to show you the last card, and one that has a boatload of meaning to me. What's its value? Who knows? Probably not much. But for those of you who've been with me for this long, when I started this channel, one of the first things, if not the very first thing that I broke, was a box of Hyborian Gates. I I sat down, I drafted a script, and I did so much homework on the set of cards, the artist behind it, Boris Vallejo, and I believe Judy Bell. I did all this homework behind it, and I'm like, this is gonna be the first video of this channel. I got to come up with a slogan. I got to come up with all this stuff for this channel, and I was even scared to look at the camera very much. My own mom was like, "You're covering your mouth when you talk too much," all this stuff, and but I went through with it, and um, I recorded the video, and the box has the set had a contest. Hyborian Gates had a contest that if you were to pull the Ancient Gate card, this card, you win a signed like Judy Bell or Boris Vallejo painting. You can hope you can kind of see it there too. It says it on the card on the flavor text as well. There you go. Come on, there you go. Exchange this card for a Judy Bell print right there. So I did reach out to both artists. I reached out to the company. I sent a letter to the company, and it bounced back because obviously it's been out of business since forever. This is from 1995, and no one got back to me either. I emailed them, no one got back to me. So I was like, you know what? Why not? Here's to hoping, but I I got this graded because this card did have a lot of meaning to me because it was my first box, my first video, and guess what? I won a dead contest from almost 30 years ago. I won this contest, and that's just crazy to me. That's huge. It's a big deal. So doing this channel has been nothing but a great time and a ton of fun. And I really hope that for those of you who've been with me from the beginning, that you'll stick with me on this ride. We're not going anywhere anytime soon. It's just a great time. And I want to thank you all for the follows, the likes, the subscribing. Because it really does encourage it. It really does encourage me more to keep up with my hobby because it's like, hey, I have someone to share this with. It might be an audience, might be a quiet audience, but it's an audience of you guys, and that's what makes the difference. That's what makes the difference for me. So I look forward to this a lot. I look forward to doing these videos with you guys. Anyway, that's it for now. Here I'm going to end with the Ancient Gate, guys. Once again, I want you all to be to take care of yourself, be safe out there, and once again, thank you very much. Here's to many more. Take care now.